Okay. Oh. Welcome,
What do you think of
Charles Mingus. What?
Some of that stuff he's playing sound like a synthesizer.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
playing a double bass.
He was out of his damn mind, Steve Jones. He was out of his, he was out of his damn mind. Which is fine. Which works out for a lot of jazz cats. If you're out of your mind, you're right there.
It's emotions. Pure emotions.
Guess what today is?
Today's a day that, unlike any other, a day where things end and things begin again like any other.
It's like my ball suit.
Yes, much like that.
Welcome to Grown Man Record Night, a special edition because it's a special edition every week. Every week's a special edition. So we appreciate everybody taking time out of their Friday night to join us. I've got a pen in my hand.
You have
I'm making notes. I'm shading things out. I'm making big moves, power moves to shower moves, as our boss would say. Power moves to shower moves.
Your boss likes say that?
The boss likes a good shower.
Boss likes that. He does like that.
How many showers a day does
3 or
your boss
4.
take?
I'm not at
Depends
liberty.
on the day.
I bet it's at least 2 or 3.
I'm not at liberty to get into that.
He thinks
That seems like a. I'm very sensitive.
I believe cleanliness is next to godliness.
it is.
Some would say that.
saying goes.
Some would say that.
I'm a big proponent of the HIPAA regulations with one's own health requirements and needs and keeping that private. I don't want to violate any HIPAA regulations. It's the last thing that I'd want to do.
I'm
Steve.
hip to that.
Right.
It's pronounced hoopla.
Hoopla. Jumping through hoops. You gotta like to jump through hoops.
Knee deep,
Hey, what-
knee deep in the hoopla.
So we're listening to Mingus now. We got maybe a little Chili Peppers are going to come up after this a little bit under. We'll play it a little under. I'm worried the Chili Peppers is going to get us flagged on
Maybe we
YouTube.
should play
You can't
something
use
else
those
when-
words.
Maybe we should play something else when we play the Chili Peppers.
Yeah,
Use those
maybe
words.
we'll bump over. We'll use Chili Peppers to bump over, and then we'll go to something else. I
A
don't
little
know.
short segment.
Yeah,
Because they got the.
I'm afraid of it. And then maybe we'll come back to it and play it later.
What's the?
Some folks haven't heard Freaky Style.
They got an
That's
acronym for that. What
Hey,
is
let's
it?
talk about a new technology
12?
that we're using this particular show. New technology in the house. We're big fans of technology here in the Grown Man Record Night compound. We like to keep up to date, Steve. We like to know what's cutting edge. Forget cutting edge. Razor edge.
Could this be Super Sapler 300?
It could be.
I think you're about to date yourself, though.
It could be the
This is not that new.
It could be the Ha Ha 2000
It's not that new.
from Out of Control.
You have to actually
Bedroom going on.
add 3 months to it.
That's nice.
He's 3 months old.
So what we've got going on here is Cameraman has a Kindle Fire, right? He's had this for a little bit. And bring it on down.
I see what you're saying. I didn't know what you were
Bring it
talking
on
about.
down a little bit.
Technology. Tilt down.
Less. What we got here,
Look at these two idiot photographers, producers sitting
look at
there
this.
talking about
We
how-
got a little Kindle Fire action on the set.
Uh-oh, Pachanga.
So what this means is, and it's got a little delayed image of ourselves.
Oh, if you take a shot, don't mess
No,
with
no, no. Actually, hold it up to the thing. You're zooming into the Kindle? Yep. Okay. So what this means is we got a little delayed guy of...
No, it's not. It's,
no.
Well, your signals. Pachanga.
What this is
What's
we're
that?
able
That's
to...
the new Kindle Fire?
No, this is an older one, right?
Okay.
This is not the HD.
No.
But it makes for a good monitor. Look,
it's a-
see how far behind we are there?
It's a great monitor.
a couple
It's a
years
little-
old.
Yeah. No, but
I
see
think
how
you're
far
like,
behind
you're
we're
like 30 seconds
on the...
behind.
Yes. But down here at the bottom, we're able to monitor the social stream and the chat elements
I'd say take a second.
of the show, so we can stay tuned.
Oh, I see.
The idea is
This
if
show-
somebody
This show's getting better and better.
right. If somebody comes down and wants to say something to us while we're on the air, or sometimes be like, "Yo, you damn bozo, you don't have any audio."
I've seen that before.
We'll be able to see
black
it.
and white yet?
We'll see it right here on the desktop.
A minute and a half later.
I'll
Sure, but
probably
at
just-
least at all.
I'm going to probably just end up staring at it the whole night.
But don't look at that. You're just going to look, make sure. Well, you're wearing pants. Your balls aren't going to fall out.
That's a given.
This
That's a
chair
given.
for
Well,
anybody poses a certain problem for gentlemen. Of course, we hadn't had any young ladies on the set.
That would be a bigger problem.
Yeah, we've had young ladies in the house, not on the set. Because nobody wants to admit that
and
they're
I don't
here.
mean bigger like that, bigger.
Bigger, because downstairs, no. 3, 2, 1. I'm not going to talk about any downstairs stories.
No way.
No downstairs
So
stories.
you told me that you didn't go digging, and you got mad when I said I was going digging. And then
Yeah.
I get over here and you got records.
I figure, they come from my aunt. They come from my aunt, but we'll get into that.
That's
we'll
cool.
get into that.
That's cool. I love the gift of music.
Let's talk about a couple of. I tell you what. Let's run down what we've played this evening. I tell you what, we have outdone ourselves this evening. This has been an especially good for some reason. I don't know. Some weeks it just kind of lands that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we've played a great assortment of records this evening. I think it's ranged from we're in black and white. All the black and whites of all the people. It's so film noir. Look at that. Even we're a little behind over here. Look at that. Look how film noir that is.
I think we ought to leave it in black and
You're
white.
okay now.
Yeah, we're good now. But what was I saying?
Oh, you
About
were saying
people?
how the show tonight is especially good because
We're spinning good records.
We're spinning good records.
we are so
Well, you
professional about the fact that we're on air.
I really like Pandora. They call it the Music Genome Project. Yeah.
Right,
Nice
right,
way
right.
to get it.
That's the way they
But
started.
The way Pandora started and the way, you know, it kind of teases you into another piece of music and another song you haven't heard. And this show's kind of like a music genome. Maybe this is a
Absolutely.
continuation of the
It works like that for me, and it's my damn shit.
and
What
it's-
does
it's
this
nice the
song
way
make
it
me
kinda-
think of? Well,
This
let's
song?
explore.
No,
What
yeah.
does this song make you think of? We can't hear
Running
these
to
songs
people
'cause
you-
we're playing them so low. But this
never
is,
heard.
This is called Jungle Land by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's good stuff, man.
College.
But yeah, I
You
think
get the message of it. Probably
I think-
data full.
yeah. Let's yeah, we do that every time because we're stupid. Okay, stand by, everybody. Yeah, stop down recording.
Stop recording.
Yep.
Now.
All right, we're back recorded live. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I think we've played an exciting assortment of records this evening.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, here in the last like couple of weeks, we played some good stuff, and it's all records I own and enjoy and whatnot. But tonight, things really flowed together, and let's just break it down real quick.
Okay.
Started off real early. Willie Humphrey, New Orleans Clarinet. This is a
I
cameraman
caught,
record.
I caught the last. I tuned in. I caught the last 15 seconds
Oh,
of
it's
this
great,
record.
man.
I thought this is great, and then the next one kicked in, which was even it's great also. But
Yeah, this
I wish
was,
I wish I heard more.
This was cool. This is Willie Humphrey at the Concord Music Festival in 1974. That picture is at least. But fantastic, man. Great pictures on the back. Some kind of stuff that, man, I'd be into. That would make me buy a record. Those pictures on the back.
So what do I do if I want to hear that record?
If you want to hear that record, no. We don't do that.
I'm teasing.
You go look it up.
Oh no,
Oh, go look it up.
you're teasing.
I can't watch it on Grown Man Record Night on Ustream.
You can.
Okay.
You can
That's
go
what-
check
I was
it out.
trying to help you out.
Stir the pot.
I
Stir
was
the
trying to
pot.
lead you, give you a leader.
I don't want to promote the music aspect too heavily.
Well, no, but it's
Because
it's
we'll
nice. to,
activate bots. We're trying not to activate bots. We're doing things that are bad for people. 3, 2, 1. We're not doing anything bad.
not at all.
I don't think so. And we slid over from some Red Hot Chili Peppers over to some Herbie Mann. Superman. I love this record. Fantastic
We'll probably
record.
come back to that.
Oh yeah, we'll probably come back to this. Excuse me, hiccup.
Face on it.
That's what a me
face
hiccup
on there.
sounds. Yeah. Hey, we followed up after that with some Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu. Man, love this record. Yeah. There's 3 or 4 copies of this in the house. Picked one of them up, threw a couple of tracks on. Always feels good to jam that stuff. Steve, but you just kind of put that to the side. We followed that up with a Dave Brubeck record that we play here and there on the program. This is 2 generations of Brubeck. This is a cameraman record. It's 73 on Atlantic. We've featured it before, but it features some of the Brubeck standards played with some of the Brubeck children, and this record is funky, man. And what better than a funky Brubeck record? Brubeck is solid gold from start to finish on every record he ever did. I don't care who you are. If you don't agree with that, you're an idiot. And this is even better because it goes a step further and takes those standards, those classic Brubeck tracks that everybody loves,
Is he wearing
and
a
they make
t-shirt
them
playing the piano? Is that
funky, man.
is that a
He
t-shirt?
makes them 15 to 20 years newer.
Cameraman made a comment earlier. Why don't you tell me what you said about Dave Brubeck earlier? Because I think that's a great comment
What did I say?
about him.
You need to like it.
Oh, in every picture I've ever seen of him, pretty much the happiest person I've ever seen in pictures.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's always smiling. Always. Had a good time playing music. I really respect people like that, and I think people like that are the ones that ultimately, I think, really get it. I mean, for 30, 40 years, I play piano, I smile about it, I laugh about it, I bring my kids in, and we do it together. That's a guy that gets it. I believe he got it. He died when he was like 90-some years old. That's a good life. Jamming it out.
He changed music.
Absolutely. He jammed it out, brought
How
his
many
kids
ones do you think he jammed on?
in. He jamming on the one. Jamming on the one.
Jamming on the
one.
Stevie Wonder.
Hey, we followed that up with a little minute work. We're big fans of minute work here at the program. Recent fans. We were discussing earlier, me and Cameron, off the air, that minute work would be up there.
An off-air discussion.
One of our top 80s bands. No doubt.
I'd say within
But
my
not,
top
but not
100.
one of the 3 records you have.
No, but within my
Dude.
top 100 of best records ever.
Top 100?
Top 100.
Wow.
Minute Work
This
made one of those
record,
top 100.
this is Cargo. We played Cargo 82. This is their second effort, right?
Yeah.
This is after, what's the other one called?
The big one.
The big one.
Business as usual.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go. So we
Business
jammed that.
as usual.
Side 1, I think we did.
And those-
Great. Hey, another Grown Man Record Night standard. What
Going
did
to the
you
next
do?
one while I'm showing this one.
Oh, wow.
Ahoy, look, there's an island up ahead.
There's
we
an
found
island.
an island, man. We're saved.
Oh, no. Look at those binoculars. Dude.
Where are you going to put your,
Wait,
where
we
are you
found
gonna
an
put your
island, we're
cargo?
saved.
We're
kinda
looking through
backwards,
binoculars
I
on a Knight Rider episode from '83.
Stepping on my mic.
Quit stepping on your mic, Steve. Hey, we followed that with the exciting Hamp in Europe. Grown Man Record Night staple, cameraman record, quality purchase. Picked it up for like $1 or something, and it's worth like a bazillion. I don't know, but it's a good record.
Oh, I love seeing
it's
my
on.
badass sitting up and getting down.
It's on. It's
I
on
have
the Hamp's
had
own
at
label.
Yeah.
least 60 people offer me $12,000 for that record.
Yeah,
I turned
well.
it down.
Looking for
sell
12.
them all a copy.
1201.
Just short
This is the one
12K.
He's
Short
the
12K.
picture
Yeah.
on the front is the picture on the back, and it's art on the front, but the actual picture's on the back.
Sure.
And I'm not going to get any closer.
Trying to bring up
I'm
our
not
chat
getting
picture
closer
here.
to show it to you. I'm not getting up again.
Sweetness is the last comment on
I'll sit with
that.
the air sitting.
Hey, speaking of records that are worth a chunk of change, we also played, and like I said, this whole night has just been jammers, one right after another. These have all been great records. How about a little Something Else by the Kinks? What is it, 67?
That's a great record.
I believe. Oh, geez. We picked this up at one of the spots we go to. This was in a shopping
Have
cart.
you seen that soap opera there? Or it's an opera that you can
No, I haven't.
They're selling it at your shop.
Reprise.
It might even be sealed.
I think this is 67.
It might even be sealed.
Really? Oh, Lord. But this is, we picked this up. It was in a shopping cart at a place we normally go digging at. The new stuff that came in. The guy was like, hey, this stuff just came in. If you guys want to go to it. And so we went through the thing, and there was a Kinks record, and you picked up that Woodstock record in there, I believe. The one that I have, the Woodstock soundtrack. There was some great records in there. The Chicago Transit Authority record was in there, I believe. And I picked this up, and it's worth like some change, and it's in decent shape. Cover's just got a couple of dinged corners on it, but the record I would put
I'll give you
very good
$3.
plus at
That's
worst.
definitely
I'll
my
give you
favorite
$3.
era of the Kinks.
That's great, man. That's fantastic.
You want
Hey,
$3?
let's sit that down there easy. Or hold it up. That's a big record purchase. Let's hold that guy up since it's such a big deal. We don't want to skim over things that are big deals.
Big deal.
Okay.
Oh, man.
We followed that up with Esquivel, and if you're not familiar with Esquivel, this is like the coup de grace of hi-fi. I don't know what you call this, tiki lounge, whatever type stuff.
That's the wildest record I've heard tonight.
It's great, man, and it's
so
such great fidelity.
Blown away by that.
They really knew how to use their instruments. It's produced very, very well. This is exploring new sounds in hi-fi. That's too much.
Good Lord.
That's too much. Okay, here's what's going on.
Your greatest fan.
Okay, cameraman's got a #1 fan over here. See, now that's
hitting my mic.
gonna hit our mics. That's gonna make.
We got like sounds like a damn hurricane.
Okay.
In the town.
All right. Here's what's going on.
Put that.
Cameron's gonna put that back where it belongs. It's a Honeywell fan. Honeywell fan. So we played this. Man, check out Esquivel if you've never done it. Steve, you brought some records.
I did. I think I brought a few.
Yeah.
I'll mention just the ones that I played. And well, first of all, I'll mention two that we didn't play. But last week I was here. I got a couple records from Cameraman, and I promised him I'd bring him some records. I brought a little stack of country records because I know he likes some country.
Little trade deal. Doing a little horse trading.
And he picked out a couple. These are both compilations.
Okay.
This first one's a K-Tel compilation. I love K-Tel records.
K-Tel Country Superstars, Original Stars, 20's Greatest Hits.
It's got some great hits
really good,
from
K-Tel is
early
hit or miss for me.
70s, I
They
think.
find the good stuff put on.
The quality of K-Tel records
This is a
awful.
70s.
songs they choose.
The songs they choose are great.
76. And
Got
then
it.
this one was one of my parents' records. It's a double album, Stars of Blue Ribbon Country.
Okay.
And you can
I see
see
a little Merle Haggard on there.
we got
Glenn Campbell. Buck Owens
Sonny
is on there.
James,
Oh, we love some Buck Owens.
Buck Owens,
Tex Ritter.
Jeannie C. Riley,
Tex Ritter, John Ritter's dad. If you
Yep.
don't know that.
Gene Shepard, Billy Joe Spears, Wynn Stewart. This is a really good record.
Okay. That's good stuff.
Show that and show the
that's
young
great, man.
faces on the inside, including Merle Haggard. He looks great. Looks nice and clean. Speaking of K-Tel,
Yep.
when I got here,
Another
I
K-Tel joint?
threw on a few tracks from this. This was the one I grew up with. I used to place my headphones all the time. This is Sounds Spectacular.
Yeah.
And it's got it's got Billy Preston. It's got Edgar Winter. I think we played Joe Tex and.
Joe Tex. Cameraman.
No. Let me say that I used to think it was
Rick.
Joe Tex. It's
Oh,
actually
Rich.
Disco Tex and the Sexalettes.
Okay.
Well, that'll work.
Well, okay. Either way.
And Shirley and Company was the first song. That's just a nice little
Well, let's throw that out to the
disco
viewer
groove.
too.
Yeah.
So-
If you've never looked up Joe
And then
Tex, please
before
do
the
it.
show,
Yeah. Joe Tex.
we
is
threw
great.
on
Oh, look at
this
that.
Meters record.
That is,
that,
dude, that is so incredible. That is such an incredible record.
probably one of my favorite records.
That-
You should have been
that's-
watching for
That's
that.
a top tier record right there.
This
Tell
is
us a
the
little bit
big-
about
this.
this.
This is the big sampled record. We talked about it before.
We did.
We did. We went into depth.
Is that the
and
one I was on
listed
vacation
all
you
those-
brought it?
We listed all those names.
Because the other,
That was the week before. I think.
no, I
Sissy
think,
Struts, the first song we
I
played
think that
on
one
here,
was
which
when I was on
think is the most
vacation.
sampled,
I listened to it on the
most
road.
sampled song in hip hop.
On my call-in, I talked about how good of a record that was.
Yeah. Well, it's just blows
good
my,
stuff.
blows my mind. I've got a few others. Ricky Stiley, that was one I grew up
Yeah.
with in college, and
All right, well,
Great
let's talk about
Wait, did you say college?
college.
Did you have vinyl in college?
yes.
Don't tell people that. You're dating yourself.
Dating yourself.
I'd fuck it up.
It's okay. I'm only like 4 years behind you, but we have what you call CDs, compact
Compact
discs.
disc.
Y'all heard of those?
Yeah,
They're way better than cassettes.
they're from. Are they?
Well, no. I mean,
Hey.
it depends on what you're looking at.
Hey.
You looking at Signal to Noise?
Cameraman
or,
just offended the cassette community, and we can't be having.
Are
that.
you looking at Signal to Noise or data transmission
I
rate?
don't know.
Or are you looking at what are we looking at?
Hey, let's bust through a couple of new releases this week, and there's one thing I really want to talk about. But we're talking. There's an Alan Jackson Bluegrass. There's a new Black Label Society. So that could be cool. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Speaking of bluegrass,
Yeah.
Steve Martin will be in North Carolina tomorrow night tearing it up.
Steve Martin is in North Carolina tomorrow night.
Yep.
Raleigh area
Yep.
with the Steep Canyon Rangers.
Tomorrow night, which is yesterday's 2 days from now.
Force. Yeah, by the time this gets on
He played
YouTube.
Merlefest a couple years ago.
He did.
with
There's
the
a
Steep
big
Canyon
bluegrass
Range.
festival in Raleigh. I would probably.
What's going on right now?
I might actually give a pinky or a index finger to.
That's the one thing I regretted was not seeing. He performed about a mile from my house. Probably
He was
like
yeah, he was
half a
close
mile
to me.
from my house
Wow.
in Savannah, and
He
I
was
didn't go
close to
see
me and
him.
I didn't go.
In fact, during the show, he just stopped the show and he took everyone out of the auditorium. It was at Armstrong State College, and he just walked around the campus and just kind of did an improv thing, just throughout the campus. It was,
Oh wow, that's
one of those
crazy.
things that
I have a buddy that saw him,
definitely
and
got
he
your
was
money's
like,
worth.
"That is way more than you paid."
That's
for.
crazy business.
And that was during like Let's Get Small, so that's like
Oh, wow.
76.
Wait.
We got that on the vinyl.
You're dating yourself again.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
All right, hey, also came out this week. We're talking a little Dream Theater. We were talking about Dream Theater earlier this week. They had something come out.
Yep.
A little Sammy Hagar. And how about when's the last time you heard Mazzy Star? Mazzy Star had a new record come out this week.
I put her album on probably about 1997, 98.
Now, I would say 96 because I was still around.
I still had it, yeah.
Yeah. Mazzy Star.
But
So
I'm sorry, Mazzy. Between now and then, I sold Plasma for money, so
Yeah.
the record also got sold.
I remember you had a Mazzy Star.
Yeah, I
no, I'm
did.
thinking of Liz Fair.
No, I had it. I had both.
You had both. Mazzy
Yeah.
Star and
I
Liz
like
Fair.
female singers.
Yeah.
Do you?
Okay, so in addition to that stuff coming out this
Barbra
week,
Streisand.
also what we really want to get to for what came out this week is the 20th anniversary of In Utero, the Nirvana album from 1993. 20 damn years. And I read an article.
20 years.
Oh, 20 years! When I
There
read
is
somebody that broke it down, they were talking about
That's a long time
all the
ago.
people. There have been people that hadn't been born yet that have, blah blah blah, and they've had children, and I was like, oh, they were like breaking down how old you are based on the fact that this record is 20 years old.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You know what that means? That means that you and I, and Steve, even though you and I are almost the same age, and he's like, what, 30, 40 years older than we are? But
88.
Dude,
We
I
were
know,
all-
I know
we-
where I was when I had to think this thought. I was somewhere doing something when the words "it was 20 years ago today," Sergeant Pepper. I know where I was when
Yeah.
it actually happened to me. It was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was
That's pretty close.
like 89 or 87.
Pretty close.
I know exactly where I was like that dates me.
that was. Here's what we all have in common. We can all say, guess what? It's 20 freaking years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so they released a 20th anniversary edition of In Utero this week. And for vinyl, obviously that's what we're talking about here. Triple LP. Triple LP, and the stuff on this is fantastic. Let me just break this down. This record has all the original In Utero tracks remastered at 45 RPM on 180 gram vinyl.
Whoa.
We're talking top shelf business. Also on the other disc is 33 1/3 tracks that are, you're talking all the B-sides, all the rarities from that time frame, plus the tracks from the Live and Loud 1993.
Right.
Now, let me just talk about Live and Loud 1993. When we were in school, I would say it would be New Year's Eve between sophomore year. Sophomore year, New Year's Eve. So, that night I remember staying home because I wasn't much of a partier then. It took me a little while to get going.
You're still staying home.
I'm still staying home. And,
That party has nothing to do with it.
no, it doesn't. And so I remember staying home and watching that show. That's the Nirvana show that was live on. It wasn't live. It was pre-recorded, but I thought it was
Who else
live.
was on that show? Black and white.
Black and white, messing with a cable. See, cameraman over there
Playing your
kicking the
games.
cable,
Playing your
playing
games
games. Playing games. When we roll some
Playing
bug
your
in.
games.
For that, put the bug in. You gotta put the bug in now. Playing games. Everybody's playing games.
3, 2.
There it is. So I remember sitting home. Cypress Hill was on that show. The Breeders were on that show. I read earlier, Pearl Jam was supposed to be on that show. Eddie Vedder got a horrible flu, and Nirvana was like the fill-in. It was done at Pier 47, I think it's called, in Seattle. So it was kind of a local show. It kind of became a big deal. When he got sick, the producers at MTV, and everybody knew how weirdo Kurt was, right? One of my idols, but he was a weirdo guy, sure. And they were like, here's the thing, Eddie Vedder can't do his stuff, he's sick. We need you to go a little long. And they kind of like held their breath. And he was like, yeah, Amy, how long do you need me to go? How many songs do you want us to play? And through the whole process, Kurt was all about like, is that enough? Do you need us to play more?
Very professional.
It was perfect. And they had a big time, maybe because it was, they guessed maybe because it was local. This was during the heroin times. So, I mean, but for some reason, this was like one of those times where it was a happy time. And everything was just kind of firing on all cylinders.
Right.
And the show reflected that. I remember seeing it, and that's what really turned me on to Nirvana. I was already a Nirvana fan. That took me to the other edge, because at the end, this is the one with the mannequins that had the wings on it and the organs, and he smashed them and he spit on the camera. And it was such a great show. Such a great show. That's one of the LPs that's coming out with this, is that entire show. That's at 33 1/3, and the other side is like the rarities, B-sides, like Marigold, which was the first track that Kurt walked in on Dave Grohl kind of working on it, and he was like, hey, what is this? He didn't know he sang. It was a kind of a behind-the-scenes Dave
I think
Grohl
that
track.
is something that gets lost with Nirvana.
Dave Grohl sings?
Who
knew?
People don't realize that they were really good at making it sound exactly the way they wanted it to.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't just come out here and have a forlorn look on my face and strum a guitar.
Sound City.
Well, the big deal about this particular album.
They practiced. They made that exactly what they wanted.
Well, the big deal about this particular album was Nevermind was one of those records working with Butch Vig where they came into Sound City. It was very much a produced album. Butch Vig is a great producer, but he is a producer, and he produces the way that Butch Vig produces. That made it's got that Siamese Dream sound. It's got that, that made Nirvana a lot of money. That was not necessarily Nirvana's sound, so to speak. So coming back from that, they were like, we want to make more of a punk rock record. So they sought out Steve Albini out of Chicago, who recorded this record. And that Edge was put back in, even though this is their final studio album.
Do you mean Edge from U2?
No. It's a different. It's gonna die. It's all right.
What's dying?
It's done.
This 15% bad.
It's done. But so anyhow, this new 3 LP thing is coming out. Man, it's great. It's got all those great tracks, remastered, some original ways that Steve Albini wanted it to sound like, and before the studio got a hold of it. Some different remixes. It's great stuff.
Okay.
My only beef is it's like $50, man.
Sure.
That's
sounds
beefy.
like you're getting a lot for your money, though.
You're getting a lot for your money. That's a beefy
If you're
purchase.
truly a big Nirvana fan, you're going to buy it. If you're
That's triple LP. So that's something to look out for. Definitely.
You know,
Okay.
King Crimson's reforming, or Robert, Uncle Bobby, as we call him, is putting a band together, calling it King Crimson once again.
Okay.
And I think I commented something about there's been, I don't know which has been more, either King Crimson or Doctor Who in terms of coming back.
The number of doctors.
Yeah, but
I've
always been impressed. I've always enjoyed every transformation that's become. I think this one's actually going to have 3 drummers.
Oh, wow.
I saw them in L.A. with 2 drummers, with them a double band, and this should be interesting.
That's crazy business.
But I don't think Adrian Belew is part of it.
Okay. Well, hey, let's get to something real quick. We had a good friend of the program, recent friend of the program, our friend Michael Cool, right, from Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now I was playing.
He's a Reds fan, you said, right?
He's a Reds fan, so I read.
I'm a Reds fan.
Steve's a Reds fan. I'm a Cubs fan.
My family's all from southeast Indiana, about 45 minutes across the river from Riverfront, now Great American. So I'm a huge Reds fan. I was born that way, and my uncle tried out for the team. He was good, but he had a rod in his leg from a car accident. Didn't make the team. I mean, we're huge Reds fans.
He had a what in his leg?
A rod put in his leg.
Rod. Rod Laver.
Rod Serling.
Rod Serling.
But yeah, and I think they lost tonight. I was 4-1 when I walked out, so I was going to stay home and watch the game, but I decided I needed to be here.
Yeah. Okay, so Michael was so gracious enough. I was playing a pretty beat-up copy of the Genesis Duke album,
Yeah.
and I think I got it free somewhere, but it was in pretty rough shape. And man, dude sent me like a near mint copy of
Well,
Genesis.
first he sent you a message.
He sent me a message. He was like, "Oh, this sounds pretty bad," and I was like, "Yeah, it is. It is pretty bad." I was like, "You know, it's a pretty beat up copy." And then a few minutes later, he's just like, "Well, send me your address," and I found a great copy of this. But you gotta. The kicker was, and he did send it. And it's a great copy.
Kicker.
The kicker was.
What was the kicker?
You got to take that record and shoot it with a shotgun or blow it up. So what we did,
Not just break it
we
on.
meaning me and my mom shot this for me, which makes it even damn cooler.
Did you set the audio on this?
She shot this for me, and
Wait,
I shot
who
this.
Shot?
I
Who
shot
what?
My mom shot me shooting.
You shot while your mom shot.
With a
Yeah.
shotgun.
You shotgun. The
So-
shotgun shot your shot out of.
So per Michael's wishes,
Who's Michael?
cool, that hooked us up with the record.
Oh, that's your name too.
That's my name too.
Wow.
This
That
is
is
what happens
crazy.
when you send me a record and you give me instructions.
We have a clip.
All right, you ready? Ready?
Uh-huh. Wait.
Keep it rolling. That's for you, Michael Cool. Thanks for the record. What up? Now look at that. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what happens,
I don't
folks.
think you said you had to burn it on there.
We don't have to burn it. We don't have to burn it. But here's what
did we do?
that's on the backside.
Hey, can you see
here's
us through
what,
that hole?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here's what really happened.
There's Steve.
Double hole.
Holy
We got a double hole.
Holy, holy
There's your hose. Wait, where's your head?
Genesis.
Raise it up. Water on your head like
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Hold that
there
up.
we go.
Hold that up.
Okay.
Too long. Taking too long. Hold that guy up. That's what happens, folks. I was almost too good of a damn shot. Because I'll be honest, I mean, I hit it right in the damn middle. And
We could probably still play that record.
we could probably still play it. But I'm going to put that up on the wall. But hey, once again, thanks, Michael Cool. And we blew that mug up, son. That was great. Ooh. And now if the Cubs aren't in it, I'm pulling for the
Did
Reds.
you watch the video about it? Yeah, you can shoot it with a shotgun.
Yeah, now we're going to hang it up. So thanks, Michael Cool. And it's going to be up on the wall there. Friend of the program. That's awesome. That's awesome. And we'll play that mug here later. Jesus, I've not even got to any of these records over here. Let's go to a Dig of the Week graphic. I'm going to rifle through these so damn fast. Jeez.
I got nothing to say about that.
Okay,
So-
I'm going to rifle through these,
So
Steve.
you
I'm
said
gonna,
you got some records?
I got some records.
Aunt from your aunt.
I got some records this week from my aunt, my aunt, my munt. And I tried to give her some loot for it. I didn't even know what was in it, but let's just roll through some of this. Some of this is baloney, but it's funny.
There's some funny belongings.
Andy Gibb. I mean, you don't get much funnier than that. Was that a gatefold? Look at that. Look at that Andy Gibb. Let's do this fast. Let's do this fast. Let's get on this.
Here, I'm gonna slap him.
Assembly line. This is going to be assembly line. 1, 2, 3. Another Andy Gibb. Look at
Right
his.
before he kills
You can-
himself after falling in love with Heather Locklear.
You can see his dork
Was
on
it
the
Heather
back.
Locklear?
Turn it over. You can see his dork.
Was it
You
Heather,
see his
was it
dork.
Heather Locklear?
Hold it up to his dork. Close up of his dork.
Somebody was obsessed
Okay.
with.
How about a Bee Gees like concert book,
Oh yeah.
which I think was popular? Look at this.
Look at
Pull those
that.
pages apart,
That's some
Steve.
great.
Pull some of those apart. Just give the corner.
I'm
Just
looking-
get. Get all the corners. You see the corner? Grab one of them. Just grab one of them. Grab one page. Grab one page. Just grab that. Grab that right there. That book. It's like a book. No. It's like a book. It's like a book. It's like a book. Okay.
What are you asking me to do?
There's a, yeah.
Grab a corner.
Grab a corner.
Jesus.
What's on that?
What the heck?
What is that?
There's pictures and stuff.
That's cool.
And an order form for more stuff.
Hey, Charlie Daniels Band, Full Moon, contains a smash hit in America.
You know it, buddy.
Oh, that's awesome. This is 1980 CBS. Great record, man. We're going to jam that. Keep in mind, these are free. These all came from my aunt.
Also, there's Legend of Woolly Swamp is on there.
Oh, that's good stuff. Hey, Saturday Night Fever original motion picture soundtrack, gatefold style. What up? That's top shelf business. Speaking of top shelf business, what you know about a little Fleetwood Mac Rumors? I don't think I have Rumors. I've got self-titled and several other the old ones.
Probably album of the decade from the 70s.
Oh, geez, look at that. That's a great copy.
Looks like it's in really good shape.
It's in pretty good shape. It's got the original shrink on it, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
It was $627.
Back in the day, you know it. Man, that's awesome.
What you got there? Commodores?
This is a live Commodores album. This also came with a Commodores Pocket or whatever it's called. That's my third copy of that album.
Commodore's Pocket.
Commodore's
Really?
Pocket. The one with the back. It's got the back pocket. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Hey, look.
No, seriously.
No.
Is a Commodore's Pocket a thing?
You know what I'm talking about. I gave you one of the copies, and I've
Pocket?
still got 3 copies.
I've got.
Yeah, that's got to be good,
It's got a pocket,
right?
Where's
I
the
don't
pocket?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, here's another.
Look, a lot of these towns in the South are part of the.
What do you keep in that
Historical
pocket?
Black College tour.
Yeah.
They joined LSU. I think they were at LSU or Tulane.
Lincoln
They were-
State
they-
University.
Oh,
that's where they
Tulane.
went
I think they were.
That's where they
Tulane.
went to college and they formed it.
Yeah.
That's Lincoln State University.
Could be that. I don't know. Hey, we got 2. These are like concert books, man. I've never seen anything like this. Let's hold this up and thumb through this. These are Brian Adams Worldwide Tour 1985. So it's like a book. I guess you would have picked this up at the concert. I also have one for Loverboy.
Loverboy.
Yeah.
I saw. You know why I saw them in concert? I saw them because they opened for ZZ Top.
This is 1986. Their tour book.
The Deguelo tour.
There's another one of those. Look at that.
That was right before the end for Loverboy. Right before Nirvana. That was the end of Loverboy.
What else we got in here? We got some Carpenters. Close to You. I don't know about this
Just
particular
like
Carpenters
me.
album. Yeah.
They long to be
Overboard.
close.
Overboy. Cloverboy. That's not my favorite Carpenters. My favorite Carpenters is Superstar. But anyhow, let's keep it moving. Dilly dallying.
Moving it.
The Grease soundtrack, double LP, a lot of Sha Na Na, John Travolta. You know the drill, folks.
Here's one I like.
You know the drill. I'm gonna put that off. Let's see what else is down here. This is another K-Tel. Cover is in shit shape, man. 22 original hits. We're talking Elton John, Focus, Lobo, Bill Withers. I'm just hitting these off here. Barry White, Rod Stewart, Donny Osmond. All right, Gary Glitter's on here.
Dolly Parton.
What is Gary Glitter doing on here?
Rock and Roll Part 2.
It is Rock and Roll Part 2.
What else would
Messina?
it be?
We're playing that. Hey, here's something I didn't have any of until today. No, I've got a couple of unsleeved records. Kiss records. And these covers,
That's the first time.
these covers are in terrible shape.
But that's what a Kiss fan would do to the record.
Of course. But the records are in
They
great
would
shape.
soak it in a creek for about 2 days.
This is Kiss
I
Alive,
think this record was soaked in the creek.
75 Casablanca. So we're going to play that. This is, and Steve, you may know more about this stuff. Oh, again, covering really crap shape.
That's my favorite Kiss,
Kiss,
album
Rock
cover.
and Roll, yeah.
Rock and Roll Over. This one's got Hard Like a Woman. I Want You.
Does that have
Calling
Living on a
Dr.
Prayer?
Lowe's.
Yeah.
Does that have
They
Living on?
call me.
Has it got Living on a Prayer?
Yeah.
No.
And here's another one I picked up. Also, it's a Kiss double LP. It's called Double Platinum. This is 78, I believe.
Greatest hits album.
This is the greatest hits. Yeah, 78 Casablanca. So I'm not the biggest Kiss fan in the world, so I really don't know shit about them. But it's cool, man. As I've gotten older, I really appreciate what they do. And
Yeah, I appreciate what they do.
I definitely appreciate the empire that they've created. Because Jesus.
You know what? You go ahead and you try to do what they did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What did they do?
Hey, look, we got 2 more records.
They
This is all
sold
free from my
tickets
aunt.
to
My aunt.
concerts. So there was people,
My aunt.
some people had bass guitars and they like learned to play Kiss songs on them.
Hey, there's some. You can buy a Kiss coffin.
You
can buy a Kiss coffin, and the Kiss coffin,
Full size.
full size. You can use it as a coffin.
You can lay in it.
But
Yeah,
as Gene will tell you, it doubles as a cooler. You can use it as a cooler. Now that's my worst.
You remember he was in the movie Runaway?
Just like
great
my
movie.
hair.
Remember that movie?
With
Transfers?
Tom Selleck.
With the little
Oh, no,
robot,
Runaway.
Robot
insect.
spider.
Runaway.
That's one of my mom's
Yes.
favorite movies.
Oh my-
And it took me until my 20s to realize that was Gene Simmons.
That's a great.
Because he's a creepy ass bad
Gene
guy.
Simmons is an awesome villain.
He's terrible.
He's awesome.
Terrible in a good way.
It doubles as a
Tweet
cooler.
him to say how
Okay,
much you
so
like
hey,
his
look at
villain.
this. McCartney 2, 1980 MPL Communications.
Coming
What you
up.
know about this record, man?
Uh,
I don't know a lot about this.
It's his second solo record
Uh-huh.
before Wings, I guess.
Before Wings?
I think so. I
Okay.
think so.
I really dig the Wings stuff that I've got, and I wasn't too
It's got
familiar with
Coming
it when I
Up
got
on it, which is a great song. Coming up like a flower.
Wasn't he also with
Coming
Wings?
up.
Wasn't he with Wings before he kind of was solo? He kind of
No.
didn't he branch sideways?
He branched in a terrific side
Steve said no.
sideways. And
All
it
right.
doesn't mention who plays. This is 1980.
Maybe we'll play.
This is not his second album.
I
No?
cannot
What am I talking
complain about what he did with his
This
musical
is not his
tastes.
second album. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm-
2,
I'm
but
an
it's called
idiot.
2.
It's called 2.
It's called 2.
Maybe he did Wings right after the first album, then came back and did this after Wings. I don't know.
I thought Wings.
Band on the Run 76. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll play some of that.
We'll
I think
play
it's
some
in
of that.
decent shape. If it's in
I want to hear
decent
it coming
shape.
up. It's got
We
that
need to.
weird little synthesizer.
Hey, here's something else, and this is a grand Divalier. Other than that record was Stevie Wonder, "Songs in the Key of Life," a record I did not have.
My toes caught.
I did not have this record.
Oh, yeah,
"Songs in the
that's
Key
a
of
great
Life,"
album.
double LP. Again, cover is in crap shape.
To me, there's a trifecta.
it's
There's
got the
3
book.
records in it.
It's got the book in here.
Yeah.
Big thick book.
Nice
Oh,
gatefold.
let's check out this gatefold.
Beautiful
man.
gatefold.
Let's check out this gatefold. That's a double LP. Is this really slow?
Well, it's Stevie Wonder. There's going to be some slow jams.
There's
in
some
here,
slow jams,
but
but
there's also some funkies. He's playing that clavinet style keyboard.
oh, look at that.
on some of them.
Oh, that's good stuff, man.
It
I can't wait to
definitely
jam
has,
that.
Sir Duke on it. I wish. It's got "Isn't She Lovely" with the baby in the tub, you know.
Man, as
Isn't she lovely? I'm gonna sing for you.
it was amazing because there was some 45s in this collection as well as some other LPs that I didn't bust out this evening. And some of them were in such bad shape. I saw these and I was like, oh, this is going to kill me. That these records are going to be great records and they're going to be tore up. And the vinyl doesn't look that bad on either of these records. So I don't know.
Awesome.
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. We're going to play a couple tracks coming up. So I tell you what, folks, we're going to listen to a little. What is this? Jethro Tull. We heard a little Sugarloaf. Going into a little Aqualung. We're going to close down this edition of. God, I got the hiccups.
You can do it. You can do it.
I got the hiccups. Close this edition of Dig of the Week. Man, we had crazy records. Steve had some records. I had some records. We talked about some other records. We got big records coming out. We got the In Utero 20th anniversary. We had cool things to talk about. So what I'm going to need you to do is just stay tuned with us here on Grown Man Record Night. We're going to jam a couple of tracks. Lay low for just a minute, man. Just a quick little minute. Come back with a
We
quick.
just gotta get, we gotta have a
Got to
second.
regroup. Got to regroup, and we're going to come back with
Get rid of your hiccups.
a quick, so to speak, and a quick chip chat, but both powerful, very powerful, both of them. Strong. We're
You feel
coming back.
strong?
We're coming back though. We're coming
Okay.
back large and
You
in charge.
want to talk about what's coming up for that? We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Just stay tuned with us. Enjoy some tunes for just a few minutes, and we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Don't go away.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Grown Man Record Night. Here's the problem. we had a situation.
You're loud.
We had a real situation where the Ustream wouldn't let us. Ustream wouldn't let us come back and broadcast. It was a problem, but we're going to do it anyhow. We realize there may not be that many people back here at this point. It's getting kind of late. It's fine. This went up on YouTube.
We didn't miss a beat.
For the folks on YouTube,
I didn't miss a beat.
There's no beef.
I didn't miss a beat.
No, you're not.
That's nice.
So anyhow, I'm shaking up some bouillon cubes and some old tartar sauce.
What you got going on there? Your bouillon's going down in the...
My bouillon's not.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you.
My bouillon's not one to stay. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, it's too long. We're going too long on this bit. This bit's too long.
Your bit.
This bit's too
He's
long.
a bit man.
This bit's too long. Okay. Hey, let's go right into a damn so to speak because this
Nope.
is no. We're going
graphic.
No, we're going to graphic. We're going to go right into a so to speak.
So to speak.
Because here's the thing. I got a quick little so to speak this evening, and before we get into a chip chat, and which is also be brief. We're going to brevity is the orders of the day is brevity. So we're going to keep it moving. Keep it moving. During that break, what did we hear? We heard some Jethro Tull. We heard some Cal Collins cracked rib. We heard some Red Hot Chili Peppers. That Red Hot Chili Peppers track was in that thrashing movie, Skateboard.
With Josh
Brolin.
Brolin.
Starring Josh Brolin. Back in the day. Loved it. Loved the skateboard movies. Man, that's good stuff.
It's a shame you didn't hear Catholic Schoolgirls Rule.
That's
That's
good
my
stuff.
favorite song.
Yeah.
right now.
Hey, check it out. Here we
George
go.
Clinton produced that record, by the way. That's their second album, 1985.
I have mentioned this on So to Speak, this brand a couple of times. Last week we mentioned this particular flavor, maybe last week or week before. It's the Jarritos pineapple soda, right? And I realized this week, I wanted to reiterate, as a personal man.
That bottle is really funny shaped.
Yeah, personal man. I bought this for my personal use this week because 100% natural sugar. That's important.
I think it's probably Jarritos.
Jarritos?
Or Jarritos with a roll. I'm not rolling my R's
Jarritos.
tonight. I think
But
the J without the U is just a
It's a little bit more expensive than our traditional American sodas,
Jarritos.
but it's 100% pure
Piña.
sugar. Puerto Vallarta.
It's dulce.
But that's I love this soda, and I just bought this for my normal everyday use. But I wanted to reiterate that this is
Sucro.
it's great, man. It's real sugar, and it's just good to have around if you're going to have sodas around. Oh, and what a terrific soda! That's just so
I
fantastic.
love a good pineapple flavor.
Oh, that's so good, man.
It's
That's
pronounced
so good.
pina.
Pina. Pina. It's got the little squiggly line above the
That
end.
makes the yeah.
Hey, let's keep
Just
this
like
moving.
a piña colada?
It's
the
late
same-
night.
It's the same
It's
word.
late night. We're going to keep this moving. We're going to get on to the heart of the matter with this particular, so to speak. And that's an old favorite that you may want to, you've probably seen, I'm sure, across the country.
I made
in your
the
local
mistake- I
groceteria.
made the mistake of getting it for my daughter, thinking it was just a fruit punch. Not that I need to give my.
We're
kids
talking
it.
Tahitian treat,
It's-
folks. It's something that's going to be around your local neighborhood. You've seen it. Maybe you had it a long time ago and you hadn't had it in a while. So what this is the best way we can describe this from at a glance.
Isn't that a Jane's Addiction song? Tahitian treat.
Probably. At a glance,
I
this
think
is
that's
going to
Port
be
of
a
Paros.
really sweet, carbonated Hawaiian punch.
It looks like Hawaiian punch.
And this is distributed by the Dr. Pepper Company.
All right.
There's not a lot of information about this soda on the internet. I tried.
They
I saw some other gentlemen on there that
here's
was
one
reviewing
thing
You're right.
I
I
do
think
know.
it's a carbonated.
They use a lot of plastic bottles to contain their beverage.
Dr. P
You ever seen a
does?
plastic bottle before it's shaped? It's amazing. It looks like a little test tube.
Okay.
It looks like a test tube with a lid on
A
it.
test tube
And then they hit it real hard with air and like heat.
Tahitian
Close it
treat.
to the right shape.
We're
Yeah.
talking your standard fare here, folks.
I worked for Pepsi.
High fructose corn syrup, citric acid. I mean, this is beef burger sodas. But God, I poured all that full and look at how much actually came out of there. Really carbonated. It's got a nice bouquet. Here we go. Let's take this downtown.
Hey, that's good. I like that.
That's really good.
It's better.
It's
than,
not quite-
It's better than Hawaiian punch.
It's better than
It's
Hawaiian
not as
Punch.
sour as Hawaiian.
It's not as carbonated as I thought it was going to be.
It was fruity yet.
It's fruity. It's very syrupy,
Yeah, yeah.
but not too carried away. I've had worse.
Probably something
Syrupy.
you don't want to give your kids.
Syrupy.
Syrup.
You don't want to give your kids too much.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's just sometimes food.
It's a
But
sometimes
you
food.
have to
I haven't
give
had
them
this
some.
in probably 20 years. That's good, man.
No, you've had it in
Bottoms
at
up.
least the past 16 years.
Oh, that's good. That's made me hungry. That's made me hungry. Cameraman's going to have to make some moves here. I got business over there. I got business here. We got things.
Oh,
We got things. We got things to talk about
breaking things.
for a brand new chip chat. So I got a quick little chip chat I'm gonna bring to you with a couple of unique and new flavors.
Let's get
and then
that.
we're gonna
No,
get.
Now I want to talk about something.
Then we're gonna get on out of your hair.
But
We
I
got
wanna talk
one guy
about something.
behind
Before we
there.
leave, I want to talk about something.
Let's talk about something, Steve.
Right now?
Sure.
Well,
No. Bring me out of the bag.
I was just perusing the database. We have a database. We have a chip chat database thanks to our
Courtesy
good
of a friend of the program,
good
Trisha
friend
Bailey.
Trisha.
Oh man.
And I was perusing it,
It's
and
not
I
a
remember
pervy.
because I've been here a couple
man.
times, and I've heard him say like, "Man, this chip's like up for chip of the year," and I thought, "Well, didn't you just say that?" So I went through the whole database and found
Right.
there were 4 episodes. You started on episode 37,
Okay.
so it was late in the game. But about every 3 weeks, you would start saying like, "This is up for chip of the week." So there's 4
Chip of
of
the year.
those. Chip of the year. There's 4 of those.
Three.
Divided by 4.
I think you should now
12.
go back
There should be 12.
and look at episodes 1 through 37. Pick out maybe 4 more.
Right.
So you have 8.
So by the
Okay.
time the
And
year's
maybe
over,
we even ask viewers what they like.
by the time the
any
year's
of those
over,
we had in the list that they knew of, they love enough to
Right.
say, "Let's try these." We can have 2 more and have 10, so we can have a little
Face-off.
tournament.
Sure.
By years,
Tournament of
by
Champions.
Year's end, we'll
It's
know
like
the
Jeopardy.
chip of the year.
it's up to these viewers
But
who
we'll have to look at clips though, because
who every week have to tune
we're
in,
not going to Richmond to get that bag.
and they
that
have
you
to
love so
accept
much.
like the fact that we're testing these chips. You choose which one
So
of these
I
is
just
the
wanted to
best.
say that, and then we'll
It's
get
a
that out of the way.
viewers.
Let's talk about what you got.
Okay.
Choose the best.
So we got a fairly
that's
healthy
coming.
choice. We got a
have
healthy.
too many to choose.
We got a healthy choice. Great ingredient list chip to talk about this week to kick things
A
off.
healthy choice chip.
Great chip to keep during the week going for me personally, and then bringing into some nastier business on the weekends. But let's check this out. This is from the Utz Company. This is multigrain tortillas. Multigrain tortillas. Now these were made with all natural ingredients. Ingredients. Flax seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, quinoa,
Quinoa.
corn,
That's
and brown
pronounced
rice.
Ah, I'm not doing this
That
well.
quinoa is pronounced like at least 3 different ways, I'm sure.
I'm
It's in a
positive.
commercial. It's in a commercial. For,
Yeah,
Great,
Quinoa.
great ingredient
they're
list.
tailgating.
Whole grain corn flour, corn
got
oil,
quinoa hot
whole grain
dogs.
brown rice flour, flax seeds. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the big thing about these, I had these earlier in the week, and I've actually bought more of these. These have really been impressing me. These are, they taste like those really hearty chips. Let's hold one of these up, cameraman. The actual chip, because they're really grainy. You know you're eating some whole
Well,
grains.
you know what? When I see them, they look like they got bugs all over them.
Yeah, that's that it's flaxseed and
Man, I just poured soda all over your floor.
okay. Let's see there, Steve. This is but they remind me of sesame sticks. It's got that kind of flavor to it.
Have you had these on the show before?
No, these are brand new. Check those
No,
out
they're not brand new.
for us.
We've had them before.
Man, gluten-free, isn't that like a big catchphrase nowadays?
That's a big deal nowadays. Gluten free. So this is a fairly healthy chip to eat during the week. Don't be an asshole. Don't eat whatever you want whenever you want.
Good dip chip.
Very healthy, thick, got some grain
Not
to
thick, thick.
Good stuff.
You're right though, sesame stick.
Yeah, right? Which is a great flavor. Okay, we're going to move on to weirder and better things, I hope. Speaking of our good friend Trisha, she hooked us up with this particular chip from international market in Greensboro. What we have here from the company called Mr. Chips. No, Jack and Jill is the company. Jack and Jill is the company. What is that? 3 times 11 equals That's no problem. That's 33. You can put that down there.
That's really good. You're right.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. You need me to sign that?
Yeah.
Where's my
please.
piece of paper? I had a piece of paper earlier. What happened to that? It was over there. I was writing things.
Hey.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is from the Jack and Jill Company, and it says Mr. Chips. First of all, I take that as an offense. I think I'm Mr. Chips.
Hey, but Jack and Jill make a good stuff.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, each with $1.25.
Yeah.
Jill came down with $2.50. Oh, that effing H.
You broke
W.
that.
H.
12th.
W.
6th.
W
berry.
H.
There's a
Okay.
berry there you broke.
Dice.
So this flavor, folks, we're talking Pinoy spaghetti flavored corn chips.
Pinoy.
Okay, let's say this again.
Are you talking from the Philippines, Pinoy
Yeah.
spaghetti?
Pinoy spaghetti flavor. Let me just hip you to what this is. First of all, what's in a Mr. Chips chip? Question marker?
What is?
Triangular shaped corn chips loaded with zesty Pinoy spaghetti that spell a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of goodness. You don't just bite your Mr. Chips chip, Steve. You go all out and gobble them all up. That's what they want you to do. So what's in a Mr. Chips chip? It's excitement in a chip.
Are they serious?
Excitement in a chip?
That's
Yeah.
a
Holy
big deal.
crap. That's a big promise.
That's a big promise.
Let's see if they
The
deliver.
deal with Pinoy spaghetti. Pinoy spaghetti, I've did my research.
No, I've
Only
had
found it in Vietnam.
I've had Italian spaghetti. Is it like Italian
It
spaghetti?
is not, sort of. It's a Filipino spaghetti. So they take their noodles, the regular spaghetti noodles. You use ketchup, right? Ketchup,
And they have boxers
For
stuck on
what?
it.
and you cut up
For what?
They have boxers like marked
What do
on
you
it.
use ketchup for?
ketchup for the sauce,
We're talking about the sauce.
and you cut up these red hot dogs in little wheels, and that goes into the
Hot dogs.
goes into the
No.
pescetti.
Wait a minute.
They even
Making
got
it
a
up.
picture of it.
They're making it up.
So
Ketchup and
we're gonna find out what these
They're
taste
making that
like.
up.
Okay, it's interesting smell.
What's the texture first of all?
Well,
Like a muncher?
no,
Corn chip.
I don't know, Steve. I don't know, Steve.
I think we found one. It's just weird.
Well, cameraman, what do you think about this? Get you a little bit of that. What do you think about that?
Oh my.
What do you think about
Airy? It's airy. It's airy.
it? Hold up that picture. Did you hold up that picture?
Yeah, what kind of?
Mr. Chips.
Oh,
I'm not really sure.
I just found the spaghetti.
I'm not really sure about these.
They taste a little stale, first of all.
They do taste a little
It
stale,
might be how they're supposed to taste.
right? I don't care for these, Steve.
Okay, they are stale.
Well,
They're also fortified. It says so right there.
it's got
on the
MSG in it.
Yeah, this is fortified. And they're small and they're triangle. They got some tomato something. See, look at the.
Yeah.
Here, look.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah, they do.
There it is.
Yeah.
I don't taste the hot dogs though.
I maybe do, and that maybe be. I don't know. I don't know if I care for these too much.
I don't hate them.
Like a red
I don't hate
wiggler.
them.
I don't hate them. They're not like that, but they're not up there. I'll be honest. That's okay. Okay, we've had a great chip chat. We've had a great chip chat. Good things to say, good things to see, people to talk about.
These multigrains are certainly better. Certainly better.
Okay. So anyhow,
Use some sort of a paper.
a paper,
Here, hold on. No, wait. I'll step in front of the camera.
camera. What's that? Is that a butt?
Looks like a butt to me.
Looks like a
No,
butt.
that's a 3.
Did you put up the chip chat graphic?
Yep.
Because we're
Right
done
now.
with it. We're done with it. We're done with Chip Chat. Hey, we're done with the show. We apologize for hanging late, but people on YouTube won't know the difference, so disregard that last statement. We appreciate you joining us. Appreciate Steve dropping by, bringing some records, bringing some things for people. And we'll see you next week on Grown Man Record Night. Be sure to stay tuned for more music, and be sure to visit the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Machete Miller, where you can find all your segments that you miss. You catch up on all your business. Go there, tell your friends, subscribe. We got a new contest coming up here shortly, so stay tuned for that. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week here on Grown Man Record Night. And as always, we sure do appreciate you. Boy, we sure do appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.